Hi everyone, it's Alex here. Thank you so much for joining me today. I have a beautiful, gentle practice for you for anxiety and stress. So if you've been feeling just maybe all over the place recently, or there's been something happening, or you don't really know how to release, maybe this next couple of moments together will allow you to feel a little bit softer and lighter and approach any challenges that you have with a bit of a fresh eye and new perspective. So hop into something comfy, put a jumper or some socks, whatever you need, and pillows, cushions would always be really nice, so I really recommend you wrap them now as well. Maybe a rolled up blanket just like here, anything you need at all before we come to meeting seated. And for me, I always like to come into my meditation and sit on a pillow just to elevate my hips so they are just slightly higher than the knees. If that's you, take your time and make any adjustments you need before we arrive in seated, with the hands on the knees, just to start off with. Take a deep breath in, deep breath out, and take a second to just assess, how are you feeling today? On the physical level, emotional level, how are we deep within? And chances are, if you are practicing with me now, that you need this tiny bit more of self-love and care. This time is yours, it's for you, and the fact that you arrived here with me means that you have the awareness of something being not quite right, or some feelings being too overwhelming. Or maybe you just want some relaxation. Another inhale. Another exhale. If you have your eyes closed, maybe just release them, open them for a second and peek at me. We'll bring all the middle fingers inside and just leave the pinky finger and thumb like a hang loose sort of shape. And bringing the right thumb to our right nostril, moving into alternative breathing practice. Attentive nostril breathing, sorry. Blocking the right nostril and inhaling through the left. Blocking the left nostril with our pinky finger, exhaling through the right. Once again, breathing in through the right. Blocking the right nostril, exhaling through the left. And this is just this little flow of breath we're going to practice. Inhaling through the left. Blocking the left, exhaling through the right. Inhaling through the right. Blocking the right, exhaling through the left. Keep it going, inhale left. Exhale right. Calming down the nervous system, inhaling right. Exhaling deeply, left nostril, right nostril is blocked. Last one, inhale left. Block the left, exhale right. Release the hand into the knee, deep inhale, both nostrils. Sigh it out if you want to, exhale. Really, really nice. If you are sitting on a cushion or a pillow, stay there if that feels comfortable. We're just gonna take notice which heel is in and which heel is out. And if you are sitting in any other place, let's bring those heel in. So now my right heel is coming towards the groin and left heel is outside. They're sort of mirroring each other. And on the next breath in, I'm walking the hands forward, slowly and gently rounding for the spine. Eventually arriving in any comfortable place that feels right for you. So for some of us, we might be still quite high up. Some of us might want to come to the forearms and release the crown of the head completely to the earth. And know that there is no right or wrong. It doesn't matter how high or low you go, it's how it feels that matters. So pay attention. We're here for 3 breaths. Breathing into this right hip, the back body, releasing the head down wherever you are, making sure that the neck is loose. Last breath, inhale. And as we exhale, walking the hands back towards the body. If you want to close the eyes, please be my guest. Switching the legs now, so the left heel is in and right heel is out. One breath at the top. Inhale. And exhale brings us down towards the floor. Feeling supported here, held by the earth, secure. Once again, come into your little laugh cave here and find a place that feels right for you. Inhaling, exhaling. Last breath, deep inhale. And as we exhale, bring yourself back onto the hands if we're not there already, and just walking them towards the body. Really, really nice. Coming out of the cushion if we were sitting on it. Placing on the side, it will be useful in a little while. And moving onto our hands and knees. But move slowly, it's all about softness here. Bring the feet together, knees wide. And if that feels a bit too much, bring the knees close and come to this traditional expression of balasana, a child's pose. Bringing the sit bones towards the heels, and the hands can either come forward in whichever variation you're in, or maybe we place them behind us. Crown of the head shooting towards the top of the mat, and your forehead resting gently on the floor. And here, what always makes me feel really, really nice is that little rock of the forehead side to side, massaging the third eye point. Really calming, soothing place. Where is your breath? Bring your breath into any place you visit. Last inhale. Breathe into the hips, and as we exhale, slowly walking the hands back up. Of course, if you want to stay there longer, you can pause the video and linger in places that you like for a little while. I could stay in an extended child's pose for ages. But if you're coming with me, let's come back into seated. And if that cushion felt nice for the hips, let's bring it back in underneath the bum. If not, let's come straight onto the floor. Maybe moving the flashy part of the buttocks aside to make more space and a stronger connection with this earth beneath us. The feet are wide, hands in front. And if the knees are bent, please don't panic. It's all fine. You don't have to have this perfect expression of the pose. There is no perfect expression of the pose, because every pose is perfect because of you. So whether the knees are here or all the way on the floor, it doesn't matter. Walking the hands once again forward and coming down onto the ground. Maybe on our forearms, maybe just the hands. And it feels often very nice to bring something under the forehead. If you have a block, that could also work really nicely, but just a cushion or two sometimes makes all the difference. So see how it feels. Breathe in into those inner thighs, the groin, back body, and really try and release the weight of the head over. No matter where you are, soften the toes, the knees. Three more breaths. Inhale. Deep exhale brings you even lower. Allow the gravity to take over and trust that you are safe here. Last inhale. Exhale, slowly walk back up towards the body, towards the groin. This time, bringing our left heel, left sole of the foot to the inside of our right thigh. So if you need to shuffle yourself around on the mat, please do. Moving into Janu Shirshasana, head to knee pose. So of course we can again think about this perfection, but let's drop it. Let's be ourselves in whichever shape or form that is. So for me, it's always nice to even bring a little rolled up blanket under that knee to have a bit more support. And whenever we're ready, allow the hands to frame that leg, right leg, inhale. And as we exhale, the hands come forward, opening for the left hip here, but also having this beautiful opening in the back body. Again, softening through that neck. Stretching through the hamstrings of the right leg and finding that softness here. Two more breaths. Inhale. Exhale. Last one. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. Coming back onto the fingertips. If you're not there already, just walking back towards the body. Switching the legs. And maybe there will be a super big difference between the left and right side. So acknowledge that and don't feel like this is something wrong with you or that you need to push harder or train harder, practice harder. Be soft. In the softness we find our power. So again, this time bringing the right soles of the foot into the inside of the left thigh. The knee is bent to the side, but if it's flying out, let's make sure that we cushion it. There is no harm in props usage. Frame the left leg this time. Open for the heart, deep breath in. And as we exhale, oh, it feels so nice, walking the hands forward. Folding over that left leg, forehead to the knee. Towards the knee, I should say. If you're much higher up, absolutely fine. 3 breaths. Inhale. How's your neck? Soften it. Exhale. Last inhalation. walking the hands back up. This time straightening both legs in front of us, and if that feels nice, maybe even rocking side to side, bringing the weight into the hands, just allowing the hips to relax. Eventually coming back up. The feet are now together ideally, but they don't have to be super, glued. If you feel like having a little bit of space between them feels nice, go there. A blanket, once again, underneath those knees could feel really yummy. Even a pillow, to be honest, sometimes. Why not? Sitting on a cushion would also help us if we're struggling to go any further. Inhalation through the nose. Exhale brings us to this fold for 5 breaths. You don't have to be anywhere near as deep as I am. The breath is what matters, so make it expansive. Offer your breath to the body. Wherever you are, 3 more breaths. Inhale. Drop deeper. Exhale. Inhalation through the nose. Exhale. Soften. Last one. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. Next breath in brings us all the way back to seated, rolling backbone by backbone into the upright position. And if we have this blanket, maybe it's a nice moment now to just open it up and use it later on in Shavasana. We're nearly there. For me, placing a cushion under my head always feels really nice. Moving into reclined butterfly, so pillow or a cushion under neck always feels delicious. Bringing the soles of the feet together when we arrive, and they don't have to be anywhere near close to the groin. If they are, brilliant, but if you want to bring a little bit further out to make this pose more restorative, that's also really fine. Really fine. Palms open to the sky. Eyes can close now. Feeling that support and care of the earth. Knowing that the weight of the body is completely released and still safe. We have 5 breaths here. Notice how the belly is rising and falling with every inhalation and exhalation. How it feels in the groin. Last breath. Last exhale. Slowly, with the eyes closed, if you want to, start bringing the knees together with help of the hands. Give yourself a big squeeze. Send yourself some love and know that you are perfect. You don't have to try to be anybody else. You don't need to strive so hard anymore. You can simply be. In this moment right now, there is nothing else for you to do but be present for yourself. Moving into Shavasana, but if Shavasana for some reason feels triggering to have the heart space open here, many of us, that can be quite exposing on emotional level more than anything. If Shavasana is not really what you are craving for, maybe you're moving into this fetus position. So bring the knees to the chest and just rolling onto one side, still on that pillow. A blanket over anything you need. And just really giving yourself a big embrace here as we lying down, protected, filled with love and softness. Stay here for just a little bit longer. Really surrender and release anything that doesn't serve you anymore. If you are in Shavasana, begin to deepen your breath. Bring any movements into the hands and feet. And wherever you are, let's inhale once again, straight to that heart center. Imagining it growing and blossoming with every inhale of love that we send it. And as we exhale, sigh it out and release whatever doesn't serve you, whatever is not yours to keep. If you're in Shavasana, bring the knees to the chest. Give yourself a big squeeze and roll onto this left side. If you're already in fetus position, slowly begin to rise up. Eyes can stay closed, and as gently as you can, bring yourselves back to seated with the eyes closed or open. Hands in prayer at the heart center. Taking a deep, kind breath in. And exhaling, breathing out. Gratitude for the practice, for moving and breathing together. Noticing the presence of our own presence and the love within. Thank you so much for joining me. From my heart to yours, Namaste.